Hey, that's art from Kevin Patrick, and this is an episode of Joel Doesn't Give a Fuck.
I just don't give
And the topic is divination. Divination. Now, this is the thing. It's kind of I don't know. This is mixed. This is supposed to be a rant show or a rant about things, but but I kept it open. I named it jdgaf as the official title of the show because some things I do give a. Some things I care about, some things I don't. I like to rant about both. But this is something where I'm kind of on the fence, honestly, because there are benefits to the whole concept of divination. A lot of people are into tarot cards, and I don't think it's all hokum necessarily, and here's why, okay? Like, I don't think that doing a tarot reading is necessarily going to give you any kind of crazy definitive answers about your life, but, and I don't think any special powers are coming through there and giving you messages from some supernatural level. Our minds are geared towards finding patterns in things, and when you scatter random patterns in front of you, you can find connections between those patterns. Finding those connections is telling you about yourself, the patterns that you see in those random things. So, reading tea leaves, or palms, or divining through tarot cards, or in this case, the I Ching. I'm so fond of the I Ching, and somebody brought me, like, she's talked about it months ago, about the fact that she had this deck of cards that's like a pictorial representation of the I Ching, like a way to do the I Ching with cards instead of coins. Look up the I Ching. There's a Google if you don't know what that is. The I Ching. Google it. It's an old Eastern divination technique. But she brought these cards to me, and I was checking them out, and these are too big to shuffle with human hands. It's distressing. I'll make my own deck out of playing cards and a Sharpie, but, the imagery is nice on it. It's just the very first card after some shuffling, after some very difficult shuffling, because they're too big to shuffle with human hands. Look at this. I have big hands. I can't hold the deck. I don't know. I guess they felt it would be more grand and mystifying if the deck was, like, way too big for human hands, or maybe I shrunk overnight. I don't know. But the first card I pulled, and if you've been following my life, then you know this is kind of darkly funny. It was hexagram 29. It's water over water. If you know anything about the I Ching, oh god, I don't feel like explaining it to you again. Google it. But that's, that represents a lot of instability. As a matter of fact, it's the abysmal is the hexagram in the I Ching. That's the one that I pulled. Danger, insecurity, overwhelm. Well, lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff on that one. It was just like, okay, yeah, first pull. All right. It's all random chance and such. But, like, divination tells you things about yourself in what you see in the patterns that you pull. That's the point. That's why I care about the concept of divination. It's more of a psychological... It's like an ink blot test. Tarot cards are the same thing as a Rorschach test. You're peering into yourself when you do those kinds of things. And so it's an important exercise. The rituals. Looking into the Bible for answers. It's an important exercise. Participate in divination. Do it. Because it'll tell you about yourself. And that's why I do. Regarding divination, I do give a